Good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome back to the old computer shack. I think it's probably going to be too cold all day today to paint. Maybe late this afternoon, maybe it'll get warm enough, but I really don't want runs on this thing, so I may just have to wait. But we can try to sand it out a little bit in the meantime, I think. So, using this box for a sanding block. You don't want to just do it with your fingers. You can make like finger marks and stuff if you're using a heavy grit sandpaper. But yeah, not much to it. Just have to sand everything down smooth. I'm starting with 100 grit to get the high places off of here, and then I'll try to smooth it out a little more with 150 grit. So I'm sure you don't want to watch all that bullshit, so I'll be right back with you here as soon as this aggravating project is a little further along. Alright, so I'm about 3/4 of the way through the rough sand, and I did have to go back down to the 60 grit. A lot of that stuff's awful proud. I must have drank too much the other night. Shame on me. Anyway, this sticker's gonna have to come off. I've already fucked it up a little bit here in this corner, and I don't want to keep fucking it up, so I guess I'm just going to try to heat that a little with a heat gun. Hopefully I won't fuck the plastic up. Not sure what else to do. It won't peel up without damaging it, and I'm going to try to get rid of these feet while I'm at it, because we can't have them on there when we paint. So I'll be back in a minute. I mean, it's turning out... I think it's turning out pretty good. I mean, it looks ugly, of course, because, you know, we've gone down through the paint a little bit a couple of these places, but, you know, it is 60 grit, so you can see the scratch marks. But once we polish that down a little bit, I think once it's painted, it'll be really hard to tell, except in some of these little edges that I'm going to have to do with files. So that probably won't be quite factory, but I don't think unless you look really close, once we get this painted up good, I don't think it'll be that noticeable. Probably should have done this outside too, but man, it is cold outside today. Anyway, let me see if I can get this sticker off, and then I'll be back with you. Well, I don't think it fucked it up too bad. It didn't delaminate anywhere, so yeah. Alright, now I can finish sanding this without worrying about it. Very good. Alright, so I'm just going to go from 60 grit to 100 grit to 150 grit. It's the same as sanding any kind of plastic. I'm sure there are a million videos on that subject on YouTube, so I'm not going to bore you to death with all that, so I'll just do what I can do here, and then I will come back, see you in a little bit. Alright, so I went down to 150 grit and did a little wet sanding finally for the last pass, and I mean, it's, of course, you know, I've sanded through the paint so it looks like shit, but as far as the smoothness, especially back here where we had the big clusterfuck going on, other than that wad of dust there that I didn't get wiped off, it's good and smooth. I think it's good back here. Now some of these places, like down in here where I can't get with sandpaper, I'm going to have to finish that with little needle files, and that's a pain in the ass. I may just do that tomorrow because I kind of want to relax a little bit today. But it's I think it's going to turn out well. There are a couple of places here. Here's a spot, and where was it? Back here, where I think I'm going to have to just mix up a little bit of Bondo and smooth out a couple of these places where the JB weld just isn't quite right, smooth wise. And I've got a few little rough places here from the sanding, but I think the primer will fill that just fine. Yeah. Oh, for the inside, since you can't see the inside anyway, I'm going to have to work it down with files here a little bit in these seams, you know, where the thing goes together. But as far as like down in the bottom and stuff, like in these places, I'm not going to fuck around with that. It'll be invisible anyway. So yeah, and before I accidentally wipe them off of there with alcohol as I'm trying to clean this thing up good before I paint it, there are the date stamps. For future reference. December 8th, 82 and November 2nd, 82. Oh yeah, here's another thing. This little tab right here on top of this post is broken off and missing. So that's just something that centers the keyboard mechanism, so hopefully it's not actually necessary. If it is, I can hit that with a center punch and then drill it out and put like a self-tapping plastic screw down in there to hold the keyboard in, I imagine. Yeah, that'll be fine. That's nothing to worry about, really. All right, I guess that's it for today. I know it still looks like shit, but bear with me. It'll get better. We're kind of over the hump now. So see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Have a lovely weekend, or what's left of it.